Stories of frugality of U.S. government officials are always popular on Weibo, and a recent Weibo post claimed that many U.S. congressmen aged between the 30s and their 50s are choosing to live in their offices because they can't afford the higher rental costs of living in Washington. Now, stories such as these are popular in China for many reasons, one of which is the rampant corruption that the government is currently trying to deal with. Now, while on paper, Chinese government officials are civil servants, in reality, they are very much the masters of the country with real power within their individual domain. Now, China doesn't have the checks and balances of the American system, so for those with real authority, there are plenty of opportunities for corruption. And the thought of a member of Congress in China having to sleep in their own offices because they can't afford the rent is almost unfathomable. So now let's take a look at what Chinese Weibo users had to say about the story.
I lived in my office before. I'm surprised Americans do the same. Warmly welcome all of American congressmen to China and be an official here. You can live like a king even if you are the head of a village. What would corrupt Chinese officials think about this? American officials move their homes into their offices while Chinese officials move their offices into their homes. Maybe they are doing it out of convenience. Maybe by living in their office, they can more easily have an affair with their interns. Has anyone thought about that?
On the opposite end of the extreme, many Chinese officials have been found to be hoarding real estate. Ever since China's new leadership took office earlier this year, the country has cracked down on government officials found to be violating the Communist Party's code of conduct. Now, many of these deposed officials are given nicknames in seniority of the amount of real estate that they have under their name. For example, House Sister Gong Ai was a deputy bank manager of China's Rural Commercial Bank in Shenmu County. It was discovered that she has over 20 pieces of real estate valued at over $150 million. There's also House Uncle, who was the political commissar of the city administration office in Panyu. He was found to have 21 pieces of real estate. And I'm going to wrap it up with the House Granddaddy, who was a political party committee member of the local police bureau of Lufeng City and also served as deputy party secretary of Yuanjieshi Township. The granddaddy was found to have 192 pieces of real estate. Now, the granddaddy is by far not the biggest hoarder of real estate among China's corrupt officials. There are even higher numbers, people that own entire apartment blocks. But it goes to show why stories of frugality by American officials are so popular and welcomed by Chinese internet users.